Hi, well, we're at the end of the road. I'm here to talk about my experience and what I learned and liked it about this class, the social media class, and what intrigued me in some of the subjects that we read about. Personally, I liked them all, especially the one around children and the mind of youth and how empowering it is for them to benefit from social media, and also the downside of using social media too much. I think the important part of social media with youth is that we're in the techie world, and all the kids use social media in one way or another. I think it benefits in the classroom because it makes it easier for children that are shy, children that have low motivation skills, children that have learning disorders, to use social media as a tool, because everybody learns differently. And I think it's a benefit to have something that you can stop, you can start, and something that takes your mind abroad. Like when they do their research, it's not like a book. The computer actually talks to them and it takes them in that world with them. And that's what I like about social media in youth. Now, as far as what it does to the brain over a long period of time, I'm a little concerned about that. But as far as the time that youth use social media for the positive side, not to be bullies, not to hurt people, not to put their bodies on the internet and all that, but just to actually research and use the internet for what it is. It's a powerful tool. I mean, they can find friends, they can look up colleges, scholarships. I mean, they can learn math. It does math for them, science. Everything is on the internet nowadays. So I think that's a positive tool. But when it comes to the point of coming home and they sit up and hold that tool all day, and they can't even talk and communicate because they are texting instead of saying YOU, they're just saying you, then, or how are you, and what is it, YTR or something. That part kind of, it concerns me, because back in the day, you had to shake hands and you had to ask for a job, fill out an application, and really present yourself. Nowadays, I don't know what they're doing. So that's a concern for me there. But as far as like my 3-year-old, I think I wrote about my 3-year-old in one of the papers. And, it benefits him. I mean, he's been going to school since he was 6 in Head Start. They put him on the computer when he was like 1 or 2. He knows how to turn it, he has a tablet. He knows how to turn it on, turn it off. He knows how to look for games. He knows how to do the games, But I feel sorry for his poor little finger when he gets my age, if he sits there and pulls things around all day. That's my only concern with the youth. I mean, it's like, it's an escape. Like, they have to come back to reality and realize that everything is not based on totally the internet, and is everything on the internet true. But I just really just enjoyed having the knowledge to go back and vote yes, and then step back and vote no, and find out what the outcome is with this. But it's not going nowhere. It'll be here for a very long time. And I think youth can benefit from social media and empower themselves and empower their countries by the use of it, if it's used in a proper way. I think social media abroad can connect people all around the world at any given time. I think that's the positive part. But the negative part is when it's used the wrong way. And it's used for sex trafficking, selling kids, selling drugs, scandalizing people's names. That part of social media has to change. But for the most part, I think that a child that uses social media and using the computers and thing at a young age, I think their mind power sparks much higher than a child that doesn't. So that's the one I enjoyed. That's the one I liked. It was about the children and social media and how it enhances their lives or how it doesn't. And I hope that, people do a timeout like I talked about, that I had to do at my house. I mean, when it comes time for dinner, put it down. When it comes time for church, don't even take it to church. I mean, it has to be, I think every electronic has to have a timeout. And I think the timeout should be in everybody's home. When you sit down to dinner and you get ready to pray and you get ready to have family time, you have to take those devices, and adults too, and we have to put them away. And that's one thing I think the children need. They need discipline on the devices, and they need not to cherish the devices more than they cherish their brains. I think that nowadays, we just give it to them and allow them to use it, and they forget to use what's up here. So I don't try not to have them Google everything at my house, but they can use Google as a tool. With that token, that's what I liked it. I started out a little slow, ran into a couple of bumps in the class, but for the most part, I really enjoyed it. Everybody have a good one, and I'll see you guys in the next class in the next semester. Thank you. Bye-bye.